Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Quick look here at Solana, see what's going on. This is actually quite interesting. We are seeing basically a top here forming for Elliott Wave in larger time frames, just based on the fact that we've hit our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, our full upper wave pattern, which implies that we could very well see a lower low here moving forward from Solana. Again, is this a guarantee? No, we're going to look at other contributing factors, but the fact that Bitcoin's taken off right now and Solana's having some difficulty leads me to believe we could very well see the price coming back down. But once more, Bitcoin dominance is extremely high. It's coming up again, so it makes sense for alts to be selling off here today. Again, minus a lot of meme coins right now. Traditional, top 10, top 50 coins are effectively pulling back. Okay, so we'll look at that. If you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. Not a financial advisor. I hope you can learn something today. If you want to become a better trader, cryptocash.tech is a site. Heads up, we do have a lot of new traders coming over. I highly recommend you check out our signals guide. Read through that completely so you know the difference between my day trades and my swing trades. But my day trades, they look different than this. This is my swing trades here. Yesterday we took profit from Atom, 80%, Audio, 340%, Polkadot, 110%, Filecoin, 88% in 2.5, well, basically 3 trading days. That's one of my favorite trades here so far. Of course, we got an SEI short that hit 2 targets as well for roughly 30% to the downside. So we're hitting the direction, hitting the market in both directions, but I would say that we're more long biased, of course. This is a long market. There's no reason to consider shorting just yet. If Bitcoin tops out at 69K, has difficulty passing that level, it might be a consideration for that, but still premature, okay? So, is shorting Solana in the cards? I hate shorting Solana, I'll just be honest with you. I love this coin, and I don't like shorting into it. It's just highly treacherous in most cases, but there is some profit to be made. So let's take a look here. We're at an 8 MTD sequential on the daily, basically letting us know that we are getting close to the top here, and the likelihood of further continuation in the same direction is lower, because Solana is really good at hitting 9s and turning itself around, okay? So again, if you see the kind of consistent pattern here, are we going to pull back? There's a strong likelihood of that, considering the fact that we do see somewhat of a top forming as well for Elliott Wave, hitting the highest point in which we might see initially in this phase from 138. So let's see here. What else is this telling us here? Well, stochastics maxed out here at 100, basically letting us know that a turnaround is inevitable. It's rare for the coin to, any coin rather, to continue higher when stochastic is so high for so long. Having said that, we're also over 70 in the RSI. That's somewhat of that's a very bullish sign. We can see the money flow index pulling back a little bit, but with MACD here tapering off slightly, still looking pretty strong. So by no means am I saying you need to short this coin. It's just, it is reaching an overextended state. Here recently, we have been hitting 9s pretty consistent. So hypothetically, day after tomorrow, we could see a red day, right? That's kind of what this is telling us. Once more, patterns have a tendency of repeating themselves, but they don't always have to. So that's just kind of where we're at. 4-hour time frame. Quickly to note, we're above all moving averages. We lose a 20-day SMA. Just say we get a candlestick closure today below this point of control at 128. We could very well see the price continue lower. So to me personally, we break below 127, 128. I think we're going to probably see further continuation of the downside, just based on the fact that we're having difficulty establishing higher highs and higher lows. As you can see here, it's not a perfect situation, especially with a green weekend, for lack of better terms. Solana has sort of hit the pause button. We can see MACD's trying to ramp up here to get convergence, but hasn't yet already. Same thing here with RSI pulling back and money flow index coming up. That's usually a cause for delay. In other words, when we see this happen, it means that the price is viewed to be overbought, but there's not enough money flowing of the coin, but it's starting to increase. So people are starting to kind of buy this quote-unquote dip, and they're starting to think that, hey, maybe I need to get in at 130 before it's too late. Okay? Just, it's the same concept with Bitcoin. We saw that same thing at at 47,000, at 52K, 57K, 60.1, 60.3, and now here we are at 67,000, almost 68. So it's crazy. FOMO is a very real thing, and people are trying to FOMO into this as they are with Bitcoin right now. And just know, inevitably, these coins are going to pull back at some point. It's normal for Bitcoin to pull back roughly 20% when it hits its all-time high, and we're getting up on that. So just some friendly advice. We could see some pullbacks here soon. So me personally, at this point, this coin is not exuding a lot of strength, but it is above the point of control for the moment, and that is cause for pausing and pumping the brakes if you're thinking about a short position. But I do think that losing this 20-day SMA and then concurrently closing below that recent point of control. In fact, let's zoom out and kind of see where the volume is accumulated for the most part, because again, this is all-time high territory, so to speak. So again, there's a pretty big gap between 116 and 127, right? So to me, that very well could be an opportunity to be able to maximize some some potential here with this coin. Okay. Again, is it a guarantee? No, but we could very well see a pretty solid pullback, maybe 8 to 10%, the most recent, the local high, if you will. Okay. Just some things that could happen. Guarantees? No, never. Not in crypto, folks. I'm sorry. If you're watching this video for an answer, best of luck. I tell you what I do is I provide you with the tools to be able to do this yourself. That's really the bottom line. Well, I can kind of give you some indications of what way the coins are going. There's definitely no guarantees. But if we take a look at Ichimoku Cloud, there's another reason why I want to say that confirming below 120 is a factor, because just say hypothetically the price pulls back and it consolidates here at this recent support at 126.50, 127. We'd be below the cloud. We'd also have the lagging span free and clear, and then the conversion line would likely be below the baseline at that point. We'd have 3 out of 3 reasons to consider a short position at that point. Between now and then, we gotta respect this support range here of 128 to 130 until it breaks below. Okay? And again, I know a lot of people are thinking to themselves, man, why not just short right now if it's gonna go down there anyways? Truth is, it's not, and we don't know that for sure, folks. And I'd much rather short with less profit potential with confidence than to try to take a short with low confidence and to have higher potential. Because you know what that carries? That carries higher risk, and that's not worthwhile. Okay, so again, friendly advice, just wait for confirmation. We're not quite there yet. I think a candlestick closure today on the daily below 128 would be a pretty indicative sign. That would probably put us below 50 on the R side on the 4-hour too. Again, a lot of reasons why we want to just be patient here. Really close to either amazing greatness where the price action breaks out to the upside, or it pulls back down. Again, if Bitcoin can stabilize where it's at, Bitcoin dominance starts to pull back, we will see Solana take off. There's no other way around it. But if Bitcoin dominance remains kind of high, and then we also see Bitcoin kind of going sideways and or down a little bit, I think Solana is going to crash and possibly retest this most recent high range of 113 to 118 as a rough estimate. But for right now, there's no reason to consider a short. All the more reason just to leave your long position open, but you should have also taken profits by now, by the way, because you can't be super greedy in this market, folks. If you take a look at this here, lagging span intersected with the price action like 48 hours ago. So if you're still in a long position, it's a little bit more risky than it is to do anything else. So me personally, I just make sure you take profits as you can, because I don't know if you know this, but taking profits in trading is kind of how you trade. It's literally the point of it. Okay, so please try not to be one of those to the moon persons. I get it with a spot bag, totally different story. But if you're in a high leverage position right now, you got to take profits because you're going to be eaten up on fees if you hold it for too long. All right. Anyways, just some things to think about. Hope you learned something here today. Thanks again so much for watching. Last but not least, make sure you do use the link down below to register for the trading competition coming up here with Bitunix. If you haven't used my link to register, you need to do that. But if you've already used my link, like the 400 plus people that have so far, you literally have to log in and just click that link. That's all there is to it. Because otherwise, you won't be eligible, and that would be a bummer. I hope you learned something here today. Thanks again so much for watching, folks. We'll see you on the next one. Take care.